Hi, I've come on here today to talk about spirit guides. I've been doing a spirit guide meditation quite a lot. I've probably done about 20 spirit guide meditations, and when I've done them, I always find it really peaceful and it's like meeting an old friend. So I first kind of met my spirit guides when I was Reiki attuned. During the meditation, they came through. So the first one was an Aborigine guy, and then the second one was a Tibetan monk. Now I've also met up with them separately as well, and together during a guided spirit guide meditation, which I'm gonna make my own actually, which I'll probably add on here. And interesting, I had a reading with a lady in July, and prior to the reading I don't know if it was a meditation or if it was a dream, but just before I woke up I could see this cat, like a big cat, running towards me, and at first I thought it was a tiger, but it felt very dreamlike. But anyway, I just woke up and I was like, I wonder what that was. It was beautiful. It was really nice. It was really serene and it was really lovely. And during this reading, and I've also felt very drawn to going to South America and Central America. So I didn't really think anything of it. Then I had this reading, and she mentioned about you're going to meet up with a third guy. I've got it all written down here. She said, you've got two guides, which obviously I know. And she said, watch out for a third guy. She went, an animal. And that, kind of a ping, a light bulb went off. And I said, well, I think I've met, I'm going to say him. It doesn't have to be in here. I think I've met him. And I told her about the dream-like experience where I met this spirit guide, this cat running. And I thought it was a tiger, and then she told me that it's a totem guide. I had no idea what that was. So I've worked with an animal guide before when I did a shamanic drumming meditation with a friend, and I had a big grey wolf, and that was the animal that came to me. But yeah, anyway, so she said it's a totem guide, and it's there to guide me on my spiritual path, because obviously you can have many different guides who will come in for particular reasons. The Tibetan monk, as you may it may seem quite obvious, I generally draw on him for healing when I'm doing Reiki healing, or if I'm about to do a reading for somebody. And when I do use or work with him, it's generally really powerful. It feels really powerful when I work with him. The healing feels very powerful. So I connect with him with the crystals. So this is the crystal I use. So when I have this crystal, which is a rock crystal in my hand, that's when I feel a connection to my spirit guide. The second one is an Aborigine elder, and I'm not quite sure what the connection is with him. I haven't kind of explored it that much. So I'll go back to the story about the big cat. So then this was, it's probably about November time. I started thinking more about this animal, this spirit animal. And I did the meditation again, and the animal came, in fact all three of them came out, the animal came towards me. And so I knew it was a cat, but I thought it was a tiger, which obviously, as far as I know, it's still a cat. And then it just kind of came to me. Then the next day, I was looking through, I just love the way things all piece together. So I was looking through these cards online. Someone had posted these cards. So I thought, right, I wanted to know who the author was and who did the pictures. And so I was going through, there was about 3 or 4 cards that came up because they were like beautiful. I don't know if they were spirit guide cards, but they were lovely. and this image of a puma came up. I didn't actually realise that a puma is also known as a cougar as well, which kind of made me smile. And I knew as soon as I saw this picture, I was like, that's the spirit guide. It's a puma. And I had no idea where they lived naturally. So then I did a little bit of Googling, and it turns out that pumas live in Peru as well as many other Central and South American countries. So I was like, given that reading, and I felt that I wanted to go, or I feel as though I want to go to Peru before she said that to me. And then I just love this connection that it's with the animal as well. And then yesterday I was looking through volunteering in South America, and one of the places in Peru, was at a place it was Puma Mountain, or I think it was Puma Mountain, don't quote me on that one. So again, I was like, all these little messages coming through. So now I have the picture of this totem spirit guide as my screensaver. It's just, so I've just done another meditation. Again, I've just done the spirit guide meditation, and in it you have a stone in your hand and you feel the vibration from the stone. Then you imagine the stone getting bigger, and then you walk through the stone, and then you meet this. You wait for your spirit guide to appear. So you can use any crystal. I just use this one because it's nice and handy to put in my pocket. Now, obviously, the two guides came through, and then the cougar or puma came through. I think I prefer puma actually to cougar. And it can be a little bit difficult to speak to an animal because obviously you don't have verbal communication. So obviously, but you can speak with your thoughts, where you can connect energetically. So I did, and I was trying to connect with the puma. And during the meditation, obviously, like I say, so you have this in your hand. You ask what their name is. And it told me what its name was, like through thoughts. And then I was kind of wanting to know how we will work together, because I didn't know that you got different spirit guides. I mean, I suppose you could have as many as you need as you progress up to the next level. So I was listening and connecting with him. I'm going to call him a him because I don't know why, I'll just call him a him. And I kind of picked up that it was telling me to be strong and to not give up, and just to give me the strength. So whereas the Tibetan monk helps me with healing, he's given me strength. So then obviously, and then I felt very compelled to do a vlog, shall we say. I wanted to do it for a number of reasons, to talk about the meditation and to talk about spirit guides, because they've certainly helped me with my kind of spiritual development and awareness, especially this meditation. So after you finish the meditation, obviously you come out of the meditation. The crystal that you use, and you can use any crystal, I've used a rock crystal, like I say, because it's a nice small size, it fits into my pocket quite easily. Then when you hold this crystal, that is your connection to your spirit guide. So if you go into a meditation beforehand, say that you're a speaker, for example, and your spirit guide is helping you have a voice, when you hold your crystal, you will connect with them. And that's how it works for me anyway. I kind of connect in and ask him to help me channel the healing for somebody. So I'm kind of going off topic. So then I've just Googled spirit totem animals, because I didn't know what a totem was. Obviously now I do. And what a cougar spirit animal is. So obviously, so if it says if you've been approached by a cougar spirit animal, it's an indication that you've come into your power, and it's time to be strong. And that's what I felt when I was trying to connect with him during the meditation. I was also stroking him, which when I've worked with another a wolf previously, I used to stroke him like he was a big dog, which I realised that he isn't a big dog, but that kind of made me feel a connection with him. So I was kind of stroking his head, and I suppose that also made me feel less scared, because I imagine if I did see a puma in real life, you know, they're big cats, it could be quite fierce. It's such a shame I can't show you the picture of the animal. So it's also about being clear with your purpose and leadership, confidence, which I've not been feeling recently, being responsible, steadfast, feminine and strong. So I just wanted to come on and just talk about this, and just to kind of, I suppose, discuss about how we can get like little glimpses of information and it all comes together, and how amazing it is really. So I will record the spirit guide meditation. I don't have a microphone, so I don't know how successful it will be, but I will do that because I do feel it's something that I really want to share. What I will do as well, what I want to do is pull a couple of cards, because, like, for example, what is the guide telling me? Now, obviously, I kind of have an idea that he was telling me to be strong. Not an idea, that's wrong. That's what it felt to me. And obviously the symbolism behind the animal as well. Another one is solitude, and it's interesting. I've kind of quite enjoyed the solitude. It's got such beautiful eyes, and this picture, the image that I have, which I've got on my screensaver, is the same. It's such a beautiful image. It's the eyes more than anything, and I think you can connect through. So I'm just going to pull a card for what is a guide telling me. Okay. So let's just have a look. Right. That's interesting. So I've got the Knight of Raphael, which is a love offer. That would be very nice if that did come through, but it's been swept off your feet. It's kind of the new throes of love and how you feel when you first fall in love, but which would be wonderful, but I'm just wondering if that's something that may happen when I go away. Anyway, it's also kind of being within your own sensitivity. It's feeling, being more emotional, being more in tune with yourself as well. And interestingly, I felt very emotionally in tune, because it's interesting how I said at the beginning, I didn't know, how do you communicate with an animal, because obviously animals don't verbalize. And I during the meditation, I just looked at the animal, looked at his eyes, and communicated through emotions, through your intuition, which I think this is what this card is trying to tell me, that he will communicate with me on an emotional sense, but also give me the strength to accept a love offer as well from a romantic young man. And then the next question I wanted to ask as well is, what can I learn from my guide? Now that is quite a generic question, I realise, but I'll just say, what can I learn from my guide at this time? From my guide at this time. And it was always my intention when I set up this YouTube channel to do readings. I don't know if that's something that people be interested in. I just haven't got around to it, but okay, so what can I learn? Okay. Well, this card is about drama and about other people, but it's not about your own drama. It's about drama, other people, that you're getting involved in other people's drama, which is very interesting. This can be other people's emotional drama. It can also mean being pulled in to help other people. It can, for me, it also means it's other people who are giving you their opinion, and which is fine, but it might not be what you necessarily want to hear. And sometimes it can kind of push you off kilter. So you might be in the middle of, kind of pushing through and developing and processing and working, and then someone else can pull you in, and that kind of pushes you off. Now, this is very, very apt for me at the minute, because I feel that now this is something that I need to work on. So that's really interesting. And having patience with yourself. I don't always have patience with myself and others, but so that's a really good card about just watching out for the drama. And it's interesting, another thing that came through as well with this card when I'm looking through the kind of the meanings is about solitude. I don't know much about these animals at all. I think, but solitude is something that came out, and now solitude can be seen as a bad thing, but I don't think it is, because that's a time when you can reflect and rejuvenate and learn and just be still and be quiet. So yeah, for me, this is boundaries and about being careful, about being drawn in to other people's situations. So I hope I haven't waffled on too much, but yeah, that's what I wanted to share about spirit guides. And it's really helped me, my development, just personally. I mean, you don't have to be in this area, you don't have to be a Reiki healer like I am, or a tarot reader. We all have our own spiritual being, and working with a spirit guide, they're there to help you work through what we're here to work through, what part of life, to guide you, to support you. And I really look forward to these meditations. I find it really comforting and special and magical, and I don't always want to leave the meditation sometimes. And it's nice to know that we've got support from other beings. It'd be interesting to know if anybody else does a spirit guide meditation. I mean, there are plenty on here on YouTube. If they get, for example, an ancestor coming through, an angel, a being from another planet, it would be interesting. But anyway, thank you for listening, and take care.